I won't buy it again, but that's who I would recommend it to. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Britt, creator of the StyleShaker, your guide to green and clean beauty, and today I am back with a dedicated product review for the RMS Beauty Uncover Up Cream Foundation. This is a new launch. I've been testing it and I have a lot to say about it. So if you want to hear my honest opinion and review on this, then stick around and let's get it. Quick heads up, if you're going from toxic to non-toxic and have no clue where to start, check out my free green beauty guide back on the website. It's the one pager I wish I had when I first started out. In the meantime, don't forget to like this video and make sure you subscribe so you never miss another one. So, quick rundown on this guy. $52. This is a cream full coverage foundation. Good for all skin types, or so they say, especially combination and oily skin. It is supposed to hydrate and protect the skin from free radical damage while improving tone and texture. So I'm gonna tell you if any of that actually happened, how it performed, and I'm gonna go through the StyleShaker scorecard, which is 7 of the most frequently asked questions. Let's just dive in, shall we? Okay. I got this in color 22.5, by the way. Cool buff beige, and usually I do 22. I have their Uncover Up in 22, but I really went a little bit darker for this because I just find that that ends up working better in terms of cooler tones, or else it gets more into the honey range. So the color match for me was actually fantastic. And the first question is, how do the ingredients look? They look fantastic. The only call out here is if you have sensitivity to coconut oil, it is in this. So this is going to be a no-go for you. But if you do not have that sensitivity, then I went through all the things, and it looked pretty great. You can see a full list back on the site if you want to check it out even further, just for some like light reading. Coverage. How does this apply? Does skin still look like skin after applying? Well, I love that it comes with a little spatula here, and I showed you in my first impressions video what it looked like when I first swiped it on and zhuzhed it in and buffed it in a little bit. We did a little close up there so you can actually see a before and after. Here is why it received a 3 out of 5 instead of a 5 out of 5. The deal here is, if I put this on dry skin, cleansed skin, whatever the case may be, I found it to sit on top and sort of settle into my pores a little bit, so it looked like those little pin dots, polka dot, which I am not a fan of course. I have combination skin. It leans a little bit more dry, I would say, on the cheeks, a little bit more oily in the T-zone. So I tried it with moisturizer. I tried it with my Pie Day moisturizer. Let that soak in for a second. Then I put this on and rubbed it in with my hands. I took the kabuki brush, tried a sponge as well. Both work pretty well with the moisturizer for me. I really needed to get in there and buff and buff and buff. When I had the moisturizer on, the effect and the overall look was what I really like, and that is more of a natural look. It was dewy because of the moisturizer alone. This is a thick, dense cream, which is great. It just isn't very emollient. So you're not like putting on a moisturizer. That was a cat ear, by the way. You're not putting on like a creamy, dreamy foundation necessarily. Having that extra moisture really helped. Because of that, I think that this is really going to work better for those oilier skin types, like the brand said. So I can see that working. And if you're like me and you like a more natural look and you want to go in this direction, then definitely try it with moisturizer or some type of serum underneath, because that makes a difference. That also means you're gonna have to set it, or at least I did. So did it last all day? How was staying power? So I did a few full day wear tests. Some of them were with me running around outside and it was really hot, and I did set this and it held up very well once I figured out my technique. So I say that it did a good job in lasting. It did receive a respectable 4 out of 5 on the scorecard. Is this at all irritating? Is this a non-irritating formula? I tried it out again for about a week. I had no problems, no breakouts. If you are sensitive to coconut oil, you will have an issue here. I didn't, so it got a 5 out of 5. The next question is, does it blend and build well with moisturizer versus without moisturizer? So if I use no moisturizer, no, it just didn't go where it needed to go. It just kind of sat on top. It would have failed miserably there for me unless I used the moisturizer, in which case it did blend well at first. When putting this on top of it, it does streak, which I thought was going to be an issue, but you just have to really zhuzh it and buff it into the skin. Once you do that, it kind of soaks in, it settles in, it absorbs in, and it looks more flawless and natural. So kind of because of having to do all that, again, it's my skin compared to others, but because I had to do all that, I gave it a 3 out of 5 on the scorecard. Next question, inclusive Shade range. Are there inclusive shade ranges here? Is there enough of a shade range going on? 16 shades, I think is fantastic. 4 out of 5 on the scorecard. Before I get to the recap of the pro, con, and final verdict, there is one last question, which is this a consciously created product? It is cruelty-free and it has a glass container, which I'm happy to see. This is plastic, however, so that's kind of a bummer, but it's getting there. 4 out of 5 on the scorecard for that. Final recap, what's up with this product? The pros, I think it's a great addition to the RMS Beauty line. I like that it's a fuller coverage product. It really is fuller coverage and they don't have much like that in their current collection. And I think this is a win for the oilier skin types. I really do. I think it's just gonna be easier for you. I think you'll be able to zhuzh it in a little bit better. I think you're gonna like it. Now the cons are for other people who have combo skin and maybe drier skin types. It's gonna be trickier. There's gonna be more steps. There's gonna be a bit more of a cumbersome process and application to get really the look that you want. It's not necessarily the worst thing in the world, but I really like just the one and done option. So I gave you a couple of recommendations on what I would use instead. You can click on the link below to the scorecard and that'll take you back to the website so you can figure all that out there. It kind of really boils down to your skin type, what work you're willing to put into it to get a pretty decent finish. It's really, really nice. It's just not, even with the moisturizer and stuff, it's not like my ideal coverage. It's really close after I play with it quite a bit. It's not quite there, which is why I gave some other alternatives that I like back on the site. So final verdict, would I recommend it to a friend? If that friend has oilier skin than I do, yeah, I think it'd be worth a try. But if $52 is approachable for that person and they have oilier skin, this might be a real winner. That is who I would recommend it to. I won't buy it again, but that's who I would recommend it to. I'm thinking of doing a comparison between this and the Uncover Up, which is kind of a combo multitasker. So if you're interested in seeing that, let me know and give me a thumbs up. I would love to know if you guys want to see that kind of face off. And for now, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up to support the channel. It takes 2 seconds of your time. It really, really does help. So thank you in advance for that. And yeah, I'm gonna go play with some more makeup and skincare. I'll see you guys real soon. Bye.